Welcome to biology class. Today we will continue the chapter of circulatory system in humans, and the topics are structure of the heart, process of double circulation, heartbeat, pulse and blood pressure, keeping the heart healthy. So see the human heart first. Structure of the heart. See, this is the structure of the heart and this is the section of the heart, and this is the human circulatory system, and see, this is the heart position. Okay, so see, the heart is a pure muscular organ located in the chest cavity slightly towards the left side. The human heart is the size of a clenched fist. So when you will close the fingers of your hand, so this will be a clenched fist. So the heart size is also like a clenched fist. Its walls are made up of cardiac muscles which work tirelessly to keep it working through the life. Tirelessly because the heartbeat doesn't stop. The rib cage protects the heart from injury. So this heart is present inside the rib cage, heart and lungs. No, why? Because this rib cage protects the heart from injury. The heart is closed in a double layered membrane called pericardium. The space between the membranes is filled with pericardial fluid. And what is its function of this fluid? It protects the heart from shocks and jerks during contraction. The heart has 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. So see in the diagram. So see auricle, left auricle, right auricle, 2 auricle, and ventricle, left ventricle and right ventricle. So 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. Then all the chambers are separated from each other by walls to prevent the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So there is no connection between the auricles, or between ventricles. See here. So this is the cross section. This is right auricle, this is right ventricle, this is left auricle and left ventricle. So there is no connection between these auricles and these 2 auricles and these 2 ventricles. Okay. So there is no mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, pure and impure blood. Oxygenated means pure and deoxygenated is impure. Then auricles, these are thin walled upper chambers of the heart. They receive blood from different parts of the body. These are also called atria, singular atrium. Then ventricle, these are thick walled lower chambers of the heart. They pump blood out of the heart. A thick muscular wall called septum separates the heart into left and right sides. So septum divides the heart into left and right sides. Blood flows through the auricles to the ventricles. So blood flow through the auricles to ventricles. Here also auricles to ventricles. There are valves between the auricles and ventricles that regulate the flow of blood from auricles to ventricle. These valves work like a door which opens into one direction only. As I told, it allows the blood flow in unidirection. Like, okay, you see the arrow marks. Understood. Then see process of blood circulation in the body. The right auricle receives the oxygenated or pure or impure blood from the various parts of the body. From right auricle, the blood flows into the right ventricle, and from right ventricle it is pushed into the lungs through the pulmonary artery. See in the diagram. So this is the heart. Okay. So here what happens? The right auricle. See, this is the right auricle. RA. The right auricle receives deoxygenated blood or impure blood from various parts of the body. Okay, it receives. Then from the right auricle, the blood moves into the right ventricle. Right auricle, ventricle. Okay, from right ventricle, it is pushed into the lungs through pulmonary artery. So here it is pushed to the lungs. How? Through pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery contains deoxygenated blood. Okay, so it goes to the lungs. Then here what happens in lungs? Exchange of gases takes place and the blood gets oxygenated. oxygenated. Okay, so in the lungs what happened? When we inhale from this air contains oxygen, so here exchange of gases takes place with the help of alveoli which is present in the lungs. Then this oxygenated or pure blood is brought to the left auricle by the pulmonary vein. So here oxygenated blood, and this is the pulmonary vein, it brings to the left auricle. Okay, then the oxygenated blood flows into the left ventricle. Here left auricle it reach oxygenated blood, then again from left auricle to left ventricle it passes. Okay, pure blood goes. Then from the left auricle blood flows into the left ventricle, and from there it is pumped into the aorta. This one is the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body. Okay, from here what happens, the aorta divides further to supply blood to all the body tissues. Okay, here oxygenated or pure blood is sent to different parts of the body. Here what happened, all the body tissues supplied. Then after that, when the blood passes through the capillaries, it delivers oxygen. So from here all bodies tissues, from their capillaries, okay, from here the blood passes through capillaries, it delivers oxygen and nutrients to the cell and collects carbon dioxide and other waste. So it gives the oxygenated blood and nutrients. Then in return these body cells with the from the body cells or the tissues, the waste materials it collects by the capillaries, and then it gets deoxygenated and come back to the right auricle. Okay, and comes to the right auricle, completing one round of circulation. See, from here it goes to the lungs, then again it comes back to the heart, to the left auricle, then left ventricle, then again through the aorta it goes to the all parts of the body tissues, and there it provides oxygen and nutrients. Then again in return it gets the carbon dioxide and waste, and again it goes to the right auricle. Okay, then here again right ventricle. So like this the whole one round circulation takes place. Okay, so this is a schematic diagram showing the circulation of blood in the body. Then the blood circulate twice through the heart for completing one round of circulation through the body. This is called double circulation. Okay, first to the lungs, again to the then again from the heart to lungs, then again from the lungs to the heart, then again from heart to body tissues, then again this. So it is a whole circulation, so it is called double circulation. The double circulation involves the process like pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation. The circulation of blood between heart and lungs is called the pulmonary circulation, and the circulation between the heart and the other body organs is called the schematic circulation. Okay, so this one, see in the diagram, heart to lungs, okay, pulmonary circulation, and from the heart to the body, that is the systematic circulation. Now see heartbeat and cardiac cycle. The heart muscles contract and expand tirelessly. However, all the heart muscles do not contract at the same time. The auricles contract fast, forcing the blood into the ventricles. A fraction of a second later, the ventricles contract to push the blood into the pulmonary artery and the aorta, as I told now. So then the auricles relax and the blood flows into them from the pulmonary veins and vena cava. By this time the ventricles have emptied, the whole heart is relaxed. This contraction and relaxation produces throbbing sound referred as heartbeat. Okay, auricles relax and ventricles, and what happened, the auricles relax and the blood flows in them and the pulmonary veins and the vena cava. By this time the ventricles have also emptied, the whole heart is relaxed. So this contraction and relaxation is called the heartbeat. The sequence of events which takes place during one complete heartbeat is called the cardiac cycle. So this cardiac cycle involves repeated contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles. So contraction is termed as systole and the relaxation is termed as the diastole. Okay, and it is last about 0.8 seconds. Then the doctor uses a device stethoscope to listen this two-part heartbeat, that is the lub and dub. The heart on an average beats 72 times per minute. In 1 minute it beats 72 times on an average. Then is the pulse. When the left ventricle contracts, blood moves into the arteries under high pressure. The walls of the arteries get stressed by this pressure. As the ventricle relaxes, the pressure comes down. Okay, the stretching and relaxing of arteries with each heartbeat is felt as a throbbing called the pulse. It is easy to feel the pulse at the side of the neck or wrist near the base of the thumb. So this is called the pulse. The stretching and the relaxing of arteries with each heartbeat is felt as a throbbing called the pulse. Then blood pressure. The heart muscles exert pressure to push blood through the blood vessels. The force of the blood exerted against the arterial walls by the heart is called the blood pressure. It varies from one part of the body to another and it has two limits. Okay, so see, the average pressure produced in the ventricles when they contract and pump blood into the aorta and pulmonary artery is called the systolic pressure, that is the upper limit, and this pressure exerted is 122 mm of mercury, Hg, okay, millimeters of mercury. And the average pressure produced when the ventricles get filled with blood from the auricles is called the diastolic pressure. Lower limit, it is the 80 mm of mercury, Hg. Okay, so the normal blood pressure of an adult is 120 by 80 mm Hg. So this 120 is the upper limit and 80 is the lower limit mm of Hg. Then it varies from person to person and is affected by age, sex and health of the person. Blood pressure is measured with the help of sphygmomanometer. Okay, so see, this is blood pressure is measured with a sphygmomanometer. Then keeping the heart healthy. To keep your heart healthy, do regular exercise and eat healthy food. Regular exercise reduce the risk of heart disease and maintains blood pressure. Then swimming and hiking also are good exercise for the heart. Take a brisk walk for about half an hour every day. It will burn the fat and control your body weight, excess weight. Okay, then climb stairs as much as possible. Do not use escalators or lifts. Escalators means automatic this ladder, no, stairs, climbing stairs, these called escalators, or lifts. These will burn calories and keep you healthy. So do not use escalators or lifts. Okay, then eating healthy foods. Eat a heart healthy diet. Eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grains and other high fiber diets. Eat foods low in fats and cholesterol. Do not eat junk food. Okay, do not eat junk food. Mostly focus on homemade food. Then limit salt in your diet. Do not take cold drinks and food with added sugars. Avoid fried food as far as possible. Drink enough of clean drinking water. Maintain your body weight as per your age. So with this, circulatory system in humans completed. So read the chapter properly. Thank you.